Hi, folks. David here, and I want to take this opportunity to take you through the course outline for PULS 3801, the Canadian immigration experience. You have basic information about the course. You'll have my contact information, David_Johnson at cbu.ca is my email. And some differences with this course compared to courses of mine back in the fall. And with the COVID-19 experience, again, where everything is at a distance. And this course, as with my courses in the fall, this course is totally asynchronous. So you won't be online at the same time I'm online. There's no live class time, given the fact that people are all over the country and even in the world. So you don't have to worry about being in class at a particular time and dealing with breakout groups and all of that type of stuff. I've simplified. I've aimed to simplify everything here for you. So much of the class is much of all the class material is found on the course Moodle site. So get used to that, access that, and be logging into the Moodle site at least once a week. And you'll find a lot of material for the course already on that site, an introduction by me, other information about the course. And as we go by week, there'll be many more PowerPoint presentations with my voiceover coming on to that site. As for the work requirements for the course, again, a bit of a difference compared to my classes in the fall, for those of you who are taking classes in the fall. For this course, there there are no tests for this course and also no final exam. I've opted to eliminate that. Here you'll see that this course is based on seminar participation, what I call seminar participation, class participation, and a typical research paper. So the class participation is based on count them, four letters to the prof. Now, for those of you who took my classes in the fall, you'll be familiar with this. If you're new to me, then log on to the Moodle site and you'll see a document for the letters to the prof exercise. What it is you'll be called upon to write four letters, little journal entries to me, four letters answering questions that will be posted on the Moodle site. These four pieces of writing, 3 to 5 pages long, will account for 60% of your total mark. And the papers have different weights. Now, this is something different from those of you who were doing the classes in the fall. The first letter is worth 5%, the second 15%, the third 25%, and the fourth 15%. In total, 60%. So the weight is significant here. And I'm looking for some very good writing from you. Letters 2 and 3 will act as essay discussion letters, where you'll be letting me know what your essay topic is and what you're thinking about it. And then in the third one, it'll be much more of an essay outline, telling me what you're planning to do and the arguments you'll be making, the issues you'll be dealing with. And that gives me a chance to give you feedback on your essay before you actually write the finished paper and get it handed in. So the class participation, the seminar participation is significant. worth 60%. The other 40% of the class mark is the mark for the essay itself. So take a look at that. And also in the outline, you've got a basic overview of the course, the learning objectives of the course, uh, class texts, two, one by Kelly and Trebilco, The Making of the Mosaic, a history of Canadian immigration policy and practice. So this is a wonderful book. The other one is Valerie Noel's Strangers at Our Gates. Again, a history of Canadian immigration. Both of these are available for purchase through the bookstore, through the CBU bookstore. They're also available online, new or used. To me, it doesn't matter which, but just get both book. Both books are key essential readings, and these are the only two books that you need. And even share books if need be. But you need the books because so much of the course history is coming through these materials. Also, there's commentary on the outline about essay writing, plagiarism, and citation, doing proper citation style. I think most of you now have learned how to do proper academic citations when you're doing your research papers. Again, if you're in doubt, simply Google MLA style guide, simply Google APA style guide, simply Google how to do academic citations, and you'll get tons and tons of information on the importance of them, the importance of not engaging in plagiarism, and simply how to write an academic essay. And the weekly outline, the week by week forecast of where we'll be going with this course. So this is week one, and appreciate the weeks begin on a Wednesday. So so every Wednesday I'll be uploading that week's new information on my PowerPoint slides that will be loaded up every Wednesday on the Moodle site. So this is week one. So it's a basic overview of the course. And we'll have a little exercise on the Canadian citizenship test. That'll be coming up in another uh, video. Week two, we take a look at the history of Indigenous peoples in this country, that they came to North America very, very, very early, some 12,000, 15,000, even 20,000 years before. We'll talk about that. And so it's how Canada has been settled. So the first peoples coming to what's now Canada are Indigenous peoples, and then the French are coming. We'll take a look at New France and the history of French colonization. And in all of this, we'll be looking at the legacy that different newcomers have offered to Canada historically and even still today. Week three, we'll take a look at the British, like my ancestors, and the rise of English Canada and the British legacy in the country. Week four, we'll take a look at how Canadian immigration broadened out. It's not only people from France and Britain coming to the country, but now also Europeans. This is late 19th, early 20th century. So the influx of people from Europe. Week five, we're into the mid 20th century. And the course is very much a course on Canadian history, seen through the lens of immigration and these different waves and waves of peoples coming to Canada. So week five, we'll be into the mid 20th century. And again, the European experience, people coming, especially after the Second World War. And also then Canada opening up immigration to the Caribbean and the historic links between the Caribbean and Canada and the influx of people of African descent, the development of an African Canadian people. Week 6 is the late 20th century Canada opening up to the world, and the why that is and the benefits of that, but some of the tensions that new immigrants are facing. Again, one of the tensions we'll be dealing with is pretty much every new immigrant group has faced discrimination and hostility and racism and hassles. Most every group. And why is that? We'll take a look at that. Week 7 is the reading week break. Week 8 is looking at the immigrant experience, the good, the bad, a new home, a land of opportunity, but discrimination, intolerance, racism, and why that is a persistent theme in Canadian life, Canadian society, the type of intolerance that new immigrants often have to face with, and how that fades over time. Week 9, we'll take a look at policy, Canadian policy to deal with racism, to deal with intolerance, to deal with discrimination. So we'll take a look at the birth of human rights laws, the Canadian Charter of Rights, even Canadian multicultural policy. We're one of the few countries in the world that actually has a multicultural policy and welcomes multiculturalism. Week 10, we'll take a look at the benefits of immigration socially, culturally, economically, and what does it mean to become Canadian? Yeah, what is it that makes you Canadian? It's interesting. Week 11, we'll take a look at immigration policy, current immigration policy, and how to strengthen that. And week 12, we'll be looking at the future. Week 12 and 13, we'll be looking at the future and how to improve immigration. And I'm sure many of you will have interesting things to write to me about that. And we'll be looking at the whole history of immigration from early history of Canada right up to the present day. So that's where we're going with the course, folks, and I look forward to taking you through this ride. And so in the meantime, I'll be coming at you again shortly, but stay safe and take it easy, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.